Good afternoon, friends, fellows, channel members. Happy Tuesday. Right, here we are in Milan. It's an all-Italian affair today as we fly from Milan down to Catania, and another real-world flight for us as well this afternoon. I am going to have to rush through the setup a little bit more than usual, I think, just because it's a nice 2-hour flight, which is great. But as per usual, I do have somewhere to be in about... about 2.5 hours, so we need to make sure we're not late. I think I'm already going to be late at getting off block anyway, so yeah, hope you are all doing well. Huge shout out and welcome to everyone who's coming in and tuning in nice and early. So who got in the chat? Hey, David A. and Husky and Barney. The best setting for the Fenix is for the side settings is probably a linear setting. That's certainly what I've got mine set to, and it seems to work. Just like everything, it takes a little bit of getting used to. Anyway, hope you are all well. Big shout out as well to our Twitch viewers as well. Thanks for being here. Operational flight plan, as always, is pinned in the chat. If anybody wants to go and download that, if watching on YouTube, I am going to start a little before that countdown runs out, which is fine. As I say, got to get out of here pretty quick today. Jack Sones, is the Fenix worth it? Oh, I think so. Absolutely, it's worth it. And you know, I know £50 is a lot of money to a lot of people, but if you're into flight simulation, then that is actually a very, very cheap price for an absolutely amazing product. So I think we've also got some ATC here as well. Yeah, we've got some Malpensa ground, which is wonderful. Nice to get some ATC to kick off with. So let's get on board and let's start setting everything up, shall we? Okay, I just want to check to see what the display capture's like. It was stuttering the other day. It seems to be nice and smooth today, which is nice. Is the tablet capture working as well? Yes, it is. Oh, I like it when things work. It doesn't always happen. That's not always the way with technology, is it? Anyway, yeah, great to see. So, first thing, as always, we're going to grab some. We're going to grab some ATIS. What's the frequency for that? Just bear with me. So the ATIS is 12162. Let's see what's happening.
Information Mike.
I think I got information Mike, that's all.
This is Malpensa Airport. ATIS information Mike at time 1320. Type of approach IELS Zulu. Runway in use arrivals runway 35 left. Departures runway 35 left. Transition level 70. Surface wind 220 degrees, 6 knots, varying between 190 and 260 degrees. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Clouds scattered 2,400 feet. Temperature +14. Dew point +8. QNH 1019. Single runway operations is in progress. Advise on first contact. You have information Mike.
Wonderful. Well, that's good news. Runway 35 left is in use because that is the closest runway to us. In fact, that is bang in front of us. That is just there. So it should be a nice, straightforward, easy taxi today. Single operation runways in use. I wonder if they're doing that in real life. Actually, in fact, they are using runway 35 left in real life. So maybe 35 right is closed for something. It'll be on the no times. I haven't got time to check through those, so we'll have a look at that maybe once we're airborne. So if you do have any questions, then do stick with me. I promise I will answer anything that you want to know. But within reason. I do need to get set up. So before I go any further and check things, let's just we know the aircraft is in its turnaround state. We've got the normal flow, so nav logo lights, they're done. Acupressure is in the green, that's fine, and spoilers and flaps, etc. Parking brakes on, all good. That QNH is then 1019, let's update that there. Switcher panel, thrust levers, engine master, motor selectors, all fine. Up to the FCU, 1019, pop the constraints on. I think our initial climb out today is 5190, I'm not sure, but we'll set that now. ATC might give us that as well. So that's all done, that's set up, there's our operational flight plan. So let's go through the flight plan and work out what fuel we're going to take. It's actually quite a nice day today. What are we got? Payload just over 10 tons, not very many people flying with us today. Flight level 290, not much of a headwind either, only a slight headwind of 4. 7 tons is plug fuel, we'll take a little bit more than that. Just have a look at the more as we go down. There's no real terrain to worry about as we go down here. Head over Rome, flight information region. And then come down to the bottom, it'll tell me what weather we can expect in terms of our minimums, our ceiling and our cloud base. So yeah, there we go. LICC Catania, we've got, well, that looks like cavalcade conditions to me, unlimited visibility and no real cloud base to worry about, crosswind of 7 knots or 6.9. But all the alternates look exactly the same. So in terms of extra fuel, I'm not going to be too concerned about taking anything on that basis. Let's just have a look at the forecast. What's today's date? It's the 21st, isn't it? So winds potentially 030 at 10 knots, but cav okay, and a little bit later on becoming line variable 5 knots. So again, there's nothing there to suggest that we're going to have issues getting into our arrival airport. It's just going to be, yeah, it's just going to be straightforward, really, hopefully today, which is what we want. That is our flight route, so you can see where we're going. Any significant weather to concern ourselves with? Nothing there. And on the higher chart, nothing there as well. Oh, this should be a beautiful day. This is what we want. I don't have to think too much. The approach is a little bit interesting, but other than that, that looks great. So extra fuel, probably not that much. A little bit of extra for the extended use of the APU. Let's go. Oh, let's bang in 7 tons on the nose. It's just easy, isn't it? So yeah, we're going to take 7 tons of fuel overall. That should be fine. Actually, no. In fact, no. Let's just up it a bit. I'm not going to take exactly plug fuel. Let's take 7.3. That should keep us nice and safe. All right. So now we know that's what we're going to take. I want to start the boarding process pretty quick. So with that, let's start getting the APU on, ready for our passengers to come on board. We'll tell GSX that they can start bringing the passengers out. They've got a long walk from the terminal. I expect they'll be blessed actually on this remote stand. So let's request boarding. Okay, APU is on. Let's start setting up the box. Now, the thing with the Italian airports, particularly this one, is that there's all sorts of different standards of departures and transitions. So I think we're going to be on the Farah departure, robust 5 uniform transition. But I'm going to contact ATC now ahead before we start plugging everything into the box to make sure that we've got the right thing, and then I don't have to muck around changing it. So 121.9 is the that's the ground frequency. Let's give them a shout. Alpine ground, good afternoon. Alpine 103 November, type A320, stand 661, requesting IFR clearance as filed, and we have information. Mike.
Ciao Alpine 103 November, Mike correct, no flight plan received. Can you check if you have some correct call sign or other information?
Roger, stand by please, Alpine 103 November. Alright, where's that gone? Let's have a look. I'll bet it's just because I've not got quite used to the new sim brief yet.
Passenger's bus is coming.
So, let me just check my flight plan. We'll get this sent to them. Check the call sign, Easyjet Europe 103 November. Let's just pre-file that. Try again. Thought I'd already done this, maybe not. And Malpensa ground, Alpine 103 November, flight plan should be with you.
Yes, yes, firm. Are you ready to copy?
Roger, Alpine 103 November.
Line 103 November, clear to destination. Farak November, departure. Robus 5 uniform, transition. Runway 35 left. Initial climb 5,000 feet, squawk 1,000.
And Alpine 103 November, apologies, could you just repeat the departure for us? The transition is the Robust 5 uniform, we just need that departure again, please.
It's no problem. How do you read me, just for information?
4x5.
Roger, departure Farak 6 November and transition Robus 5 uniform.
Departure via the Fenix 6 November, transition Robust 5 uniform, and if we could just get the initial climb and squawk again, please.
Initial climb 5,000 feet and squawk 1,000.
Initial climb 5,000 and squawking 1,000, Alpine 103 November.
All correct.
There we go. Yeah, the radio just broke up a little bit when I was getting that departure. Or it did for me anyway. Might just be something in my headphones, but there we are. Right, that's fine. So we've got everything laid out in front of us. Let's start programming the box. Cabin crew I can hear are already loading the passengers in. Alright, so IRS check that, 3 nav greens, that's fine. Aircraft status, that's fine as well. Right, let's get the ACARs requested in. Hey guys, just coming on in. I am just rushing through the setup a little bit because it's a long flight today, so just bear with me if I'm not paying too much attention to the chat. We'll have plenty of time en route. It's a nice 2-hour flight today. So 103 November is the departure. Cost index of 8. Woohoo! That's speedy by EasyJet standards. The Tropo 37178, that's close enough. The ground temperature is 14. I just get the winds. I'll trust my first officer will have checked the IRS, so they'll be fine as well. And flight level is 290, where the temperature is 46. Good stuff. So that initial climb then is 5,000 feet. I just checked that set as well. Right, let's get everything he's just told us in. So departing runway 35 left, Farak 6 November departure, and it's the Robus 5 uniform transition. This is where it's always a little bit complicated in Italy. There we are, and then the arrival at the other end is the Uxata 1 hotel for runway 26. Now, there's a couple of different options here. I think it's an RNAV approach today. RNAV Zulu for runway 26.
Passenger's bus is coming.
Just check how this one works for us. That comes in via Tokla. So is it the Zulu? Yes, coming in via Tokla. So loads of approaches. RNAV 26 Zulu, that's the one. Uxata 1 hotel. So it's not the biggest airport in the world, it's got a lot of approaches. And coming in via Tokla, there we go. Right, my flight plan has 699 miles in the box. I've got 695, so that's looking fine to me. Let's check that. Yep, that looks like what I've got on the charts next to me. Hey, Nick Burrows, good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. Radnav page, then. What have we got here? Milan, where are you? Mike Papa, which is obviously the Milan VR. And if I just have a quick look at another arrival chart, there's one of the things that annoys me about Jefferson charts. They don't always show all the nav aids on the departure charts. They show them on the arrival charts. So there you go. There's Mike Papa. Wasn't on the departure chart. So yeah, I think that's really all we need. There's nothing else on our departure that's going to assist us. I don't think we're not using that one. We've also got Tango Zulu Oscar. Let's get that in. That was also tuned anyway. Right, so let's do our Init B page. Let me grab the preliminary flight plan. Have we not got one yet? Oh, come on, dispatchers. Why on earth not? Okay, I bet I know why not. I bet I've not told the tablet to actually import the SimBrief flight plan. Alright. There we go. Let's do that. And then that should come through. It's not working on my actual tablet. I can't get it working on the one in the aircraft. Ah, there we go. Yeah, we're already 5 minutes late. Right, I'm going to jump to the mass and balance page. I'm just going to have to force this. So let's just resend that load sheet. That should now have come through. Wouldn't normally do that, but it's because I'm running a bit late or I'm pushed for time, so there we are. Okay, let's do what we need to do. So zero fuel weight is 54.7, just rounded up. C of G is 29.4. Fuel for our alternate off the operational flight plan. Where is the alternate? I think the alternate is Palermo. Alternate is 1.4 tons. Okay, I'll hit the fuel planning. We're going to take 7.3, we said. Chris Shaw, yeah, I'm very late today. I'm going to have to get cracking. That says 7.2, perfect. So 7.3, that gives us a takeoff weight of what, 61.8. Nice and light again today. And our takeoff CFG is 27.6. Alright, let's do our takeoff performance calculations then. So when it loads, runway 35 left. It is of course dry. Flaps we want config 1. No need to force toga. Anti-aspects will both be off. That takeoff weight is 61.8 and try again. 61.8. Our takeoff CFG was 27.6. Grab live weather.
I'm doing good.
And do we have any intersection departures? No, looks like we're going full length today. Okay, so let's fill in the information. We have got V1 is 130, V2 is 135, as is VR. Very long runway, so that's what we'd expect. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet. We're going config 1, and the flex is 67. Alright, let's just check the engine out procedure and thrust reduction, etc. So it is 1688. I've got 1696 there. I'm not going to quibble too much over that today. So that's fine. Engine out procedure then is non-standard, of course, because of the terrain that we've got to the north of the airport. So at 3 miles from the Malpensa VOR, we're going to make a left turn to Nilab, where we'll enter the hold. So let's go pop that in our secondary flight plan. So, secondary flight plan, copy the active, and what was it? Mike, Papa. We'll just create this waypoint at on the runway heading, which is what? 346. Three miles. I'll pop that in. That's there, and then we're going to go to Milan. Did I say it was? Yeah. Then we'll enter the hold, of which inbound is 267 left turns. Once we've done that, we'll be coming back to Milan. No reasons to go anywhere else today. It's beautiful weather, VMC all the way, and we already know they're doing single operation runways, so it's going to be 35 left, isn't it? Where are you? ILS Yankee 35 left? Where's ILS Zulu? There you are. No start. No VIA. See what that looks like. Straight out, 3 miles, and then a left turn. That's fine. And then we obviously just come back in, get vectored in. We've got ATC today, they can help us out if we've lost an engine. Right, done. Box is all set up. Alright, quickest brief in the world. So, what we got? Weather is fine here today, isn't it? We've got a light wind, 220 at 6, so light wind from the left as we depart, varying 190 to 260. A few clouds, 2,400 feet, and temperature is +14. We've got QNH 1019, that's all done and set up in the flight deck, as you can see. Weather en route is beautiful, and the weather coming into land is also winds calm and cav okay, so not really much to say about the weather for today's departure and subsequent flight. So the aircraft is type A320, full serviceable with the exception of the weather radar. That's fine today. No NOTAMs to be aware of because I haven't had time to read them. Threats to be aware of here at Milan is just need to be very careful where we're going, because there's lots of little taxiways. So we're here 651, so just need to watch where we're going, presumably not wanting to get lost, but we do need full length departure today, so we're going to have to go right down to Golf Whiskey, which is a bit of a pain, so just be aware of that. It has to be a full length departure. And then the only other thing that I can bring to your attention is the terrain, for those of you who know Milan well. There you go, there's the terrain. We've got the Alps straight in front of us, so if we lose everything, and just for the case of our situational awareness, back to warp basics, if everything goes wrong, we need to fly south. Don't keep flying north, because we'll probably hit something. We shouldn't do, actually, it's nice weather, but just so that's in the back of our minds, that's the biggest threat: terrain, the Alps to the north of the field. Well, let's talk about where we're going and what we're doing. So, as I mentioned previously, we're on stand 661, which is where? Oh, it's just here. So, stand 661. So it's no pushback required, self-maneuverable straight out on to Kilo, and then we expect to take Kilo all the way down, and we're then going to have to, as I say, full length via Golf Whiskey. Departure is pretty straightforward. We're going to get both engines started, so full length departure, both engines started, no single taxi for us today. We are on the 6th November departure, which is this one here, so this is good fun. Max 200 knots in the turn, and we need to actually just check the performance of the aircraft, because oh, how amazing is that? So clean speed is 200, and then what other constraints have we got? 200 there and 210 here. That's fine, that's great, so we can clean up on schedule, but we do want to pre-select green dot speed, so that was just a nice bit of luck, really, wasn't it? Oh, don't need that one. Yeah, so there we go. So straight out and then left turning. Do not overshoot. where is this? So this is the Sierra Romeo November 270 radial. Well, let's make sure we don't do that. We can pop in the fixes page. Where are you? Sierra Romeo November. Pop that in there, and it's yeah, that one, the top one, 270 radial. That should now, there you go, so that pretty much just shows that for us. So it's straight out, left turn, do not cross this line, essentially, do not cross that line, so we can hand fly that a little bit and we'll get autopilot on as well once it's happy and we're going. So yeah, that's how the departure is going to be flown. A little bit of hand flying as we go. We can clean up on schedule. This is a noise abatement 2. Departure initial climb is up to 5,000 feet, which we've got set. First turn to the left, pretty much immediately after takeoff. Transition level is 7,000 feet. The only other thing then is that's the normal brief, the emergency brief. Where's the HTU PTU on? Get that off. Emergency brief, standard Airbus emergency brief, and the engine out procedure, as we've seen, is non-standard. 3 miles from Malpensa VOR, left turn, enter the hold at Milan. Let's get those on arc and get that done as well. Right, I think everybody is on board as well now.
From the flight deck this morning, let me welcome you on board this Easyjet aircraft as you settle in for what we hope is going to be a most enjoyable flight. The weather today doesn't look to be posing much of a problem, so we should have a nice smooth ride for you throughout the duration of the flight. And as the cabin crew continue making their last preparations, if you could please assist them by getting yourselves sat down, your seatbelts fastened, and make yourselves nice and comfortable. The ground crew have now finished loading the aircraft, and we're just about finished with all our pre-flight checks, so it won't be long until we are pushing back. If you could please give the cabin crew your full attention as they go through the safety briefing, we'd very much appreciate it. So on behalf of myself and the First Officer, we'd like to say thank you for choosing Easyjet today, and we look forward to giving you a safe flight.
Right, let's disconnect external power, that's done. Seatbelt signs, they can come on, that's done. I've got the tablet next to me, let's revoke the ground services. So GPU can now be disconnected, chocks and cones can be removed, and go away, don't need you. And we obviously do not require the tug or anything today because, well, it's self-maneuvering stand. We're going to be straight out. So the cockpit preparation checklist then. Aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity is 7,300 kilograms. Just check that that's balanced. Seatbelt signs are on. A DS3 now green, and the barrel ref is 1019. QNH set and cross-checked. Excellent. So that's all done. Hey Mav UK, good to see you over on Twitch. Right, what else we got to do? I think that is pretty much it. We just need to get those. Just need to get the engine started, don't we?
Cabin crew, please arm doors and cross-check.
A little Ryanair heading out there. And just as we do that, Grumpy Old Sod, or better known as Dark Fury. Dark Fury, that's amazing, mate. Thank you so much for gifting 5Jet SimPilot channel memberships. Really, really do appreciate that. So welcome to our new members. Remember to get yourself into the Discord lounge as well. Make sure you get yourself into the membership channel. And yeah, thanks so much, Dark. Really do appreciate that as always. Right, think we're done. Let's check and get our engine started. Malpensa ground, Alpine 103 November, stand 661, requesting engine start.
Alpine 103 November, startup approved, QNH 1019.
Startup approved and QNH 1019 for Alpine 103 November. Right, beacon lights on, get the transponder on, acupressure in the green. Alright, let's just wait for the camera crew to finish their job. Just looking at the lower ECAM there. So before start checklist, parking brake is set, takeoff data is confirmed, windows are closed, EFB and the phones are on flight mode and silent.
9 Delta Tango,
Doors
contact
closed and
Milano
armed,
radar
beacon light is on.
126.75, ciao.
Engine mode to ignition and starting engine 1.
750, running 9 Delta Tango, thank you.
Right, load sheets come through, so whilst engine 1's starting, let's just check the performance is still valid. What have we got? So there's takeoff weight 61.7, that's fine. 113 passengers plus 2 infants, and takeoff CFG is 29.8. That isn't correct. Well, no, it is. But it means that our performance now needs doing again. So just whilst I'm waiting for the engines to start, let's do that. It's over 2%. We could get to 29.6, but we're 29.8. So let's just see if this alters anything. 29.8, and recalculate that. 130, 135, 135, and the V speeds haven't changed. Flex is still 67, so I don't wish the flaps one. Okay, we've checked the performance, no changes.
German cargo 536.
Starting engine 2.
Runway 35 left. German cargo 536 taxi, holding point, Golf Whiskey, runway 35 left via Yankee, Golf Yankee.
It's a great parking spot, this, just for plane watching, really, isn't it?
Holding point, Golf Whiskey via Yankee, Golf Yankee, German cargo 536.
Does look like a gorgeous day for a flight today. Looking forward to this one. Hope you're going to stick with us this afternoon, whatever it is you're doing. Captain Tito, thank you for the follow on Twitch. It's quite a lazy taxi as well, this. Don't have to do too much. So, just once again, what we're expecting. 61 straight on to Kilo, down south on Kilo to Golf Whiskey. That's the plan. Just before we go any further, Milan radar is online. They are 12675, so let's get that in the standby. There we go. Alright, so engine number 2 is happy, so engine mode selector to normal. Why are the packs off? Bleed can come off, APU can come off, taxi lights, oh, don't need those on yet. Spoilers, rudder flaps, set that trim. And the after start checklist. So anti-ice is off, ecam status is checked, pitch trim is 29.8, and the rudder is neutral. Whilst we're sat still, quick flight control check then. Let's go full left, full right, and neutral, full up, and full down. Neutral.
German cargo 536, contact Milano
right.
126.750, ciao.
Neutral. Right, we're ready for taxi.
Milano 126.7, German cargo 536, grazie di tutto, alla prossima, ciao.
Grand Alpine 103 November is ready for taxi, stand 661.
0, ciao.
Oops, bit of overstepping there. And Grand Alpine 103 November, stand 661, ready for taxi.
Alpine 103 November, taxi. One moment, are you able from intersection Whiskey Bravo, interrogative?
Negative, we need Golf Whiskey, please.
Alpine 103 November, Roger, taxi, holding point, Golf Whiskey, runway 35 left, via Kilo and Whiskey.
Taxi via Kilo Whiskey to holding point Golf Whiskey, runway 35 left, Alpine 103 November.
German cargo 536, correction 126.750.
Yes, it's correct, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good morning, buongiorno, approach, German Cargo 53.
Right, taxi lights on. Auto brake. Weather radars and terrain radar. Definitely need that today. Okay, let's go. Now, I've just kicked the overlay, so hopefully that should now be working. Right, so PEDS check then. A couple of LMCs which we've updated. However, they don't actually affect the performance calculations, but we did double check them. So we're going full length, runway 35 left, dry runway conditions. Flex departure, let's have a 67. Engine out procedures non-standard, 3 miles from Malpensa, left turn into the holding point. Departure is Fenix 6 November, almost immediate left turn after departure, making sure we don't cross the radial line which we've got displayed for us on our navigation display. It's the Fenix 6 November and Roberts 5 uniform transition. We do have speed constraints, however that's now been programmed, so we're just going to hold clean speed as we climb, as we go, probably up until we get about 10,000 feet, and then they'll become void. And our initial climb is 5,000. Hey Ryan, good to see you. Hope you're well. Sayed, is there a way to keep the Phoenix to 1128 on Unicom so whenever you start the flight is... Well, I've had it hit and miss today. That is exactly what happened for me. I'm not sure why or what I did different, but yeah, that is exactly what happened for me today. So that obviously seemed to work. Anyway, taxi. Let's do the taxi checklist. So, final brake check. There we go. So, flight controls have been checked. Flap setting is config 1 FMA. We've got climb nav blue 152 5000 blue, flex 67. Radar and predicted wind shear is on. ECAM memo takeoff no blue. EFB is stowed. Let's get that disconnected. Both sides. Alright, we're pretty much then ready to go, I think.
Cabin crew seats for takeoff, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight with Easyjet.
Alpine 103 November, contact Milano 126.750. Ciao.
12675, thank you for the service. Alpine 103 November. Right, Let's hold that there.
Ciao.
German Cargo 536.
German Cargo 536, fly Sierra Romeo November, then Avisi.
Via Sierra November Avisi, German Cargo 536.
Sierra Romeo November, Saronno VR.
Saronno, so sorry, German Cargo 536.
Milan Radar Alpine 103 November, holding Golf Whiskey.
Alpine 103 November, Milano, buongiorno, runway 35 left, clear for takeoff, wind 230 degrees, 5 knots.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 35 left. Alpine 103 November.
Oscar Echo Charlie Max
Let's
Victor,
go.
5,000 feet.
Oscar Echo Charlie Mac Victor, Milano identified, passing 5,500 feet, report final level requested.
Final level requested is flight level 200.
Oscar Echo Charlie Mac Victor, Milano Roger, climb initially flight level 190.
Okay, lineup
19,
checklist. Cabin secured for
Oscar Echo
takeoff.
Charlie
Takeoff
Victor.
runways full length, runway 35 left. TCAS TA packs 1 and 2 are off.
Welcome back, runner 7 Hotel November, Milano, you are clear Malta, runway 28, 2 VIB, 6 Papa departure, transition log D6 Bravo. Initial climb altitude 6,000 feet, squawk 5433.
It's a huge runway, this one, isn't it, at Milan? And a gorgeous view of the Alps on departure. So, looking forward to this, guys. Hope you'll stick with us for the remainder of the flight. And let's get airborne. So, takeoff. Start the chrono. 50% and 1 set.
Runner 7 Hotel November is back correct, QNH is
Engine 1 critical.
1019.
All stable. Set takeoff thrust. Man flex SRS runway. Not that heavy, so I would imagine we'll
Oscar Echo Charlie Mike
reach
Victor,
100 knots
fly
pretty quickly
direct
today.
Obeto, free speed.
Direct Obeto, free speed, Charlie Mac Victor.
100 knots, checked. Bit of rudder, V1. And rotate. Positive rate, gear up.
Answer line 1613, fly UNTAP then SOROP, clear LS Zulu, runway 36, call establish.
Going to UNDAP then SOROP for the ILS runway 36.
Thrust climb, climb.
Line 1613 will call well established.
Autopilot 1 engaged.
Alpine 103 November, Milano radar identified, passing 2,400 feet, climb flight level 190.
Climb now, flight level 190, Alpine 103 November. Standard pressure 190 blue. And it's farewell Milan. Hey Squishy, good to see you on Twitch. Right, got a few clouds knocking about.
Oscar Echo Charlie Mike Victor, contact Milano radar 127.450, see you next time.
127450 for Charlie Mac Victor, thanks.
Passing airspeed then, so let's clean up flap 0, spoilers disarmed. A nice little direct would be great about now. Save me some time. So you can see now the aircraft's just pitching up to bleed off that speed as we hold 200 knots in the climb. So spoilers, flaps, gear.
German Cargo
And
536, fly direct Abesi.
lights
Abesi
can come off
direct,
now.
monitor Milano radar 127.450, ciao.
Direct to Abesi.
138 past 10,000 feet, that speed restriction no longer counts, so
127.450.
whichever comes first, really.
536, thank you, good day.
Nilab is where the speed restriction ends. Hey Harry Butch, good to see you.
Alpine 103 November, fly direct Aerobus, cancel speed restriction.
Direct Robus and free speed Alpine 103 November. So manage speed and direct to Robus. Perfect, that is exactly what we wanted. So whilst we're in the turn, we'll just toggle the seatbelt signs and then give the signal that the cabin crew can begin starting prepping your cabin service for today. Can we still see the airport? Is that it? No, it doesn't look big enough, does it? Hey Danny, good afternoon to you. Everyone loving the Italian ATC. Yeah, it's authentic, isn't it? That's why VATSIM's great. How are you also watching on Twitch, giving us the double support? Fantastic. Yeah, take us from Milan. Are usually, unless it's obviously rubbish weather or dark, very, very picturesque. We've now turned away from the Alps. We'll get through this turn and get the seatbelt signs off, but anyway, we're past 10,000 feet, so we'll get airports on the EFIS. We'll just check the progress. So, yeah, so our cruiser today is level 390, sorry, 290. That's not going to be a problem at all. Zero the cost index.
Easy 39 Yankee Hotel,
I'm going to leave the radar nav in for the moment.
3 Echo Rifle, ILS Victor, runway 28 Bergamo.
But I will
descend flight level
copy the
130.
active now. And that's fine. All done.
Down to flight level 130 for the ILS Victor, runway 28 left with the Adena 3 Echo Arrival, DC398.
There we go. There's Milan.
Alpine 103 November, contact Milano radar 127.450. Enjoy your ride to Catania. Ciao.
Over to centre 12745. Thank you very much for the service. Alpine 103 November. Bye bye. When I planned this flight, I honestly didn't expect to get this much ATC. It's wonderful.
Localizer for runway 26.
Answer line 1613, position.
Switzerland 4, Easyjet 3 Tango Echo.
Milan Centre, Alpine 103 November, passing flight level 150 for flight level 190 direct Robus.
Easy, question Alpine, question Easyjet Sim, pilot 103 November, YouTuber, Milan radar contact, climb flight level 290, proceed direct, Actir, Echo Kilo, Delta India Romeo.
Clear climb flight level 290 and direct to Echo Kilo Delta India Romeo for Alpine 103 November, thank you.
You're welcome. And are you planning a second leg turnaround back from Catania later?
Sadly not, just the one sector today.
That's very sad because I was doing a marathon coverage over Milano, so it was possible for you to find the coverage also for the turnaround.
Hopefully next time.
Me too, Breck, Rainer.
Anyway, file 290 blue, and we are direct Ecdir.
So Unicom 128, buona giornata.
Over to Unicom, thanks again, Ryanair for Lima Whiskey.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to spend all day doing this and streaming. Sadly, life gets in the
German
way.
Cargo 536 Milan radar, leaving my airspace, Unicom 128, buona giornata.
Contatto Unicom 122 decimali, grazie di tutto, alla prossima, ciao ciao.
Ciao, Break, Oscar Mike Victor, Milan radar, leaving my airspace, Geneva offline, 128, buona giornata.
However, when in your seat, we recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case of unexpected turbulence. Please.
Oscar Mike Victor, Milan radar, leaving my airspace, notice available over Geneva, Unicom 128, ciao.
I'm not quite sure how long his airspace is actually. Guess we'll find out sooner or later.
Milan radar, Austrian 147, good morning.
Matt Rosa, you're also watching the live stream of the controller. Excellent.
122 decimal 8 for Charlie Mike Victor. Have a nice evening. Bye bye.
I hadn't even realised that that they were online for it, so felt very lucky there that we've got some great ATC as we leave Italy. There's some detail in the scenery down there, isn't there? Also just caused a couple of stutters as I swapped to the view. Not sure if you noticed that, but yeah, looks good.
Session calling, it's
Right, we're on our way.
Challenge 576 Alpha.
Challenge 576 Alpha.
Challenge 576 Alpha, Milan radar, ciao, transponder 5437.
I think isn't that Lanate down there?
Austrian 147, Milan radar, Bronx flight level 48, descend flight level 230, proceed direct Basog 2 Papa arrival for ILS.
FX on Twitch, how many? Yes, so all my graphic settings, I do have a video on the YouTube channel where I go through everyone that I've got set, so you can find those and copy them, ignore them, whatever you wish to do. But yeah, there is a video on there. Mo Salah, thank you for the follow as well on Twitch. Hope you're well.
Say again, arrival.
Basog 2 Papa arrival for ILS Zulu runway for right.
Pago 3 Zulu.
Negativo Basog 2 Papa for ILS Zulu runway for right.
Okay, so we've got our initial flight level, flight level 290. But
stand by.
Is that the plan all the way through? Let me have a look.
Milano Easy 83 Tango Echo vacated at Delta Pisa.
In fact, there's a quicker way to do it.
Okay, Easy 3 Tango Echo,
go onto the weather page.
Stand by, call you back shortly.
Scroll down to the bottom.
147, okay, say again slowly. Descend, flight level 2.
Oh yeah, flight level 29 all the way according to that.
Basog 2 Papa arrival, ILS Zulu procedure,
well,
runway for right.
Basog 2 Papa arrival, runway 04.
I want to save time.
Right.
We can also save fuel.
Procedure.
And descend flight level 230, you are southbound.
Should we see if we can get 37?
Austrian 147.
We'll give him another call. Let's see if we can get flight level 370 on for us. 290 seems very low for this flight
level for Italy. Descend 350, Eclipse 3 Echo arrival, ILS Zulu 28 Bergamo.
Just waiting for that pilot to
Descend
read.
level 350, Helix 3 Echo arrival, ILS Zulu runway 28 in Bergamo for Ryanair 8 Quebec.
Challenge 576 Alpha, please check transponder 5437.
5437 for challenge 576 Alpha.
Air France 51 Kilo Bravo, thank you for flight today in Italy. Notice available over Roma, Unicom 128. Ciao.
That's where we'll be handed over to soon enough as we enter Rome flight information region. And Centre Alpine 103 November. Is it possible we could get flight level 370?
Yes, it's definitely fine for me. Current 370 Easyjet Sim Pilot 103 November YouTuber.
Roger, climbing now flight level 370 for Alpine 103 November, thank you.
Challenger 576 Alpha, Milan Radar, identified, descend flight level
And open climb 370
every
blue.
3 Echo arrival, ILS.
Looks like the clouds are building a little bit further down south in Italy. Should be clear when we get to Catania though.
Descend flight level 290, 3 Echo, arrival, ILS Zulu for runway 34 right, challenge 576.
Padova, good afternoon, Ryanair 7457 with you, request identification.
Right, I can now, after a bit of a rushed off departure, now start to get involved with you guys in the chat. So, welcome on board, everybody. Hope you're having a good afternoon. Hopefully, you're going to stick with us as we take you down, literally, from the north to the south of Italy today.
You can't see me yet.
Ryanair 7457, Milan Radar.
Ryan Videos, this ATC is now your new favourite controller.
Okay. Osteg 3
Lucas, do I have
arrival for
FS Realistic? I do,
ILS
yes.
04
I'm not sure if I have updated the I did put a profile up a bit ago, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not happy with that one. The one I've got now is far better.
04 Verona, Ryanair 7457.
Dirkstar, you're now convinced you're going to be giving VATSIM a go. Oh, you've got to. Absolutely.
747, Roger, descent flight level 180.
It's great fun. DCG, is this the speed rail controller? I don't know. I'd forgotten about that. I forgot to start the timer on push, didn't I? It's because we didn't push back.
ILS Zulu 34 left. Challenge 575.
Negative, it's 3-5 left.
Oh yeah, now we're at 30,000 feet. Let me see if I can update this.
35 left.
Update this FS Realistic profile.
Ciao, Liguran 0 Lima from Venezia.
Let me see if this will work for you.
Liguran 0 Lima, Milan Radar, Lieutenant Dyson, ready to copy.
Copy, we are ready to copy.
Roger, clear to destination Lima Foxtrot Mike Delta, Chioggia 6 Lima, departure, runway 4 right, initial climb altitude 4000.
Okay, so I think I've just shared that now. So you're looking for EJ Sim pilot.
6 Lima departure out of runway 04 right, initially 4000 feet.
And I'm also going to put a remark in there that it's 2023.
We are ready to start.
Ok, Ligure 0 Lima, ciao Luca, qui Andrea, ho detto questo sopra, readback correct, KNH1020.
Okay, the profile's been shared, it should now be available.
KNH1020, startup approved, call for taxi.
0747, descent flight level 9R0.
Andy Boy is still building up the courage to go live on VATSIM. Are you flying the route with us offline? Excellent.
9-0, hostel 147.
Challenge 576 Alpha, Milan Radar, descend now, flight level 190.
Descend flight level 190, challenge 576 Alpha.
Ryan says it's controllers like him that makes VATSIM a happy network to fly on. Here's an example of how it should be done.
Alpine 7457, Milan Radar, present position, proceed direct, Volvo, Bravo Oscar Lima, Victor Oscar.
All good fun, isn't it? Right, so according to the box then, what time should I be touching down? 1609. That would probably work for me, to be honest.
Volvo is Bravo Oscar Lima, Victor Oscar.
That would be quite good.
Direct to Bravo Oscar Lima, Victor Oscar, Ryanair 7457.
Quite hazy over there to the east.
Milan Radar, Speedbird 2577 with information Charlie requesting clearance to Gatwick as filed.
Station calling for Gatwick, call sign and position.
Speedbird 2577 at Torino Casale Airport.
Speedbird 2577, you are online without flight plan. Check your flight plan data and let me advise when ready to copy. Thank you very much.
Copy that.
See, I can just sit back and relax
Ryanair 8 Mike Quebec, good
with
news. Direct to Lima Uniform
when you've got
Sierra
ATC
Lima,
like this on.
descend flight level
It's just captivating
190.
listening.
Direct Lucille, descend flight level 190, Ryanair 8 Mike Quebec.
So our flight plan today takes us more or less over the land for the next sort of 200 miles or so. After that, I think then we're just skirting down the coast as we go. So yeah, flight time's just under 2 hours. What we in? We're 18 minutes in. Loads of time.
Okay, Speedbird 2577, clear to London Gatwick, Zero 5 Alpha, then Cookhead 9er Mike departure, runway news 36, initial climb altitude 5,000 feet, transponder 5445.
I think it is this ATC that calls it Speedburger. Love it. Was it Dark? I think it was Dark Fury, wasn't it?
To Gatwick,
I think it was Dark Fury that was nicknamed the Speedburger after that.
Squawk 5445.
Right, a couple of things I can go and clear
Negative,
out.
Zero 5 Alpha, then after Cookhead 9er Mike transition.
Get rid of that. Radnar page. Detune those.
Copy that. 05 Alpha and then Cooper 9er Mike transition. Initial 5000 and squawk 5445.
Challenge 576 Alpha, contact Milan radar 126.75. Ciao.
126.75. Ciao.
Okay, about 1,000 feet to go, then we're at cruise.
Alpine 38 Tank Whiskey climbing through flight level 234.
Alpine 38 Tango Whiskey Milan radar squawk 1000.
1000 Alpine 38 Tango Whiskey.
Don't think we need the sun visors today, do we? The sun's
Speedbird 2577, Milan radar readback
high enough in the
correct,
sky not to be affecting us.
101, push start approach call for
It's not going to make too
taxi.
much difference, this. Looks pretty, though. Do the back ones work as well? Oh, yeah. Ah, nice. That is quite nice, actually. I like that. LP, train fan. Hello, if you will.
Speedbird
Bobo, you're Air France
Can we
51 Kilo
transition
Bravo.
again,
Where are you off
please,
to?
one more time.
Anywhere nice?
Cookhead 9er Mike, you have made the correct readback before.
Cookhead 9er Mike, Speedbird 2577.
KNH 1019er, push back and start up approach, call for taxi.
Mac Alt Star.
Speedbird 2577, say again, KNH 1019er, push back and start up approach, call for taxi.
And out cruise. Wonderful.
147, radio check.
Just pop cost index back to 8.
Okay, 147, continue stand
Done.
altitude 4,000 feet, KNH Venezia 1020, transition level 10.
And yeah, top of cruise. We'll
descend 4,000.
do the checks.
147. Milan, hello, radar 6256, letter 360.
At motion 6256 Milan radar contact, continue climb flight level 370, direct BAM to Victor Alpha Mike Tango uniform.
Correct, Milan, full level 370, radar 6256.
And Alpine 38 Tango Whiskey Milan radar identified, continue climb flight level 310 and proceed as filed.
Timing 310, Alpine 38 Tango Whiskey.
Right, so fuel usage is good.
Lima, request taxi.
Legoland 01 Lima, roger, stand by. 2Jet 2810 on sequence 6. 2Jet 2810 Milan radar on sequence 6.
Edmo, 333, what do I think about the A320X and the Phoenix? Well,
Speedbird 2577, radio check.
the Phoenix, sorry, the fly-by-wire A320X, well, that's absolutely worth it, isn't it? It's free, it's freeware, amazing piece of freeware. So, you can't go wrong with that. And
Speedbird 257, so radio 505.
my sort of trademark default answer to anyone asking about the Phoenix and the fly-by-wire is, if you like the fly-by-wire A320X,
push back and start approved.
you would love the Phoenix. Just that extra level of realism there.
Contact Milano Radar 126.75 Ryanair Mike Quebec. Ciao, grazie, buona giornata a te.
Easyjet Tango Echo is full sunlight transfer plan, you're welcome. Break Alpine 103 November, Unicorn 128. Buona giornata.
Over to Unicorn 122.8. Thanks for the great service. Alpine 103 November. Catch you next time.
Ryanair 7457, arrived at flight level 180.
So then, ATC coverage. We're now in a VATSIM area. So, it's just you and me for the next couple of hours as we enjoy the flight over Italy. So Libobo, you're on your way to Rome for a quick hop, and then you're going back home to Paris. I like it. Nathaniel, do I have rolling cash on? Yes, I do. I forgot what my limit is. I think it's something like 25 gig. Might even be higher. Might be 50. Just because, obviously, when you're streaming, you just want to save as much bandwidth as possible. Andy, the controller, is easier on the ears. Love his enthusiasm. Yeah, it just gets you set up, doesn't it? Yeah, really good stuff. Hey, Ian asks, what ATC program is that? Also, what camera settings do you have? Yeah, okay, so the ATC is live ATC. It's we're on the VATSIM network, and the camera files that I use are the ones that are in my Discord server. I haven't altered those. They're still fine. Obviously, you need the Fenix camera files to work with the Fenix aircraft, and the fly-by-wire A320 files to work with the fly-by-wire. They won't. You can't cross them over, so to speak. Lemon Wolf, hi mate. Hope you're doing well. Oh, Edmo 333. If you like the A320, then yeah, if you haven't got the Fenix, you will absolutely adore the Fenix. Successful. Hey, any scenery used? Today's scenery is all freeware scenery, I believe. Yeah, from flightsim.to. Hey, Dennis says good morning out of Calgary, Canada. Other than the weather, what kind of updates do you think the Fenix needs? Well, that's a good question. I know we're all waiting for sort of like the Sharklets, the IE engines. I think they're the biggest two, aren't they? Hey, Captain Q, does Smart Engine Apps procedure work for all airports when you calculate them? Mostly European, Captain Q, because the data was based on European information. Lemolf, yeah, I am excited for the Airsoft A330, just can't wait for that to arrive. We're going to have to do some long haul flights, aren't we? Oh, I'm going to need to book some days off work. FSX Simmer on Twitch. If you've got double taxiway signs and control towers for some reason, maybe you've got the add-on in twice, or it's already a handcrafted airport in by default by Microsoft Flight Simulator, and you'll need to remove that airport specific add-on in your content package manager before you can use the one in your community folder. Hey Nathaniel, do I have a video showing my data settings? I don't know if I do have one with regards to the data settings, but graphic settings, yeah, definitely. That's available. That's on there. Do a fuel check as well at some point. Where are we? So we've climbed a little bit higher. We've clawed back a couple of minutes, you know. I don't think this is the kind of flight route where there's going to be too many directs that would actually help us. There's yeah, we could just go straight over there. That's not going to cut too much time off, to be honest with you. It's a pretty direct route today. Danny, do I have any NVIDIA freestyle filters applied? No, nothing like that. So this is literally as as default as it comes. with regards to the NVIDIA effects. Dennis Dennis says, does Microsoft provide subsidies for divorce costs? Asking for a friend. Well, Dennis, if they do, would you please send us the email address of the guy we need to contact?
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Right guys, that's it. The cloud bot is available. The cabin crew are doing their usual bang-up job of service, so it means you can now use your Easyjet points in the chat to exchange them for drinks and food, etc. And of course other perks as well. Right, let's do that. Let's do a fuel check, shall we? So where are we? Coming up to Kugix. Let me get the tablet fired back up then. Nexo, thank you so much for subscribing. Hope you're having a good day. Okay, where's my flight plan going? Let's have a look. So what did we take? We took 7.3 tons of fuel, which is about 300 kilograms extra. We have 200 kilograms extra contingency, so overall that's 0.5 tons. We're approaching. Oh, we've just left Kugix. We're now approaching Ibrid. Let's find Ibrid. Let's see what we've got. Right, there's Ibrid, so 4.7 tons, so we should have 5.2 tons in the tank. Let's have a look what we've got here. We've got 5.3. Excellent. And is that Nick getting his usual jam and toast tea in? Yeah, don't blame you. I had one of those this morning actually. I've also got one of their biscuit teas in as well. They're really nice, the biscuit ones. If you haven't tried that, I can recommend those as well. Froster89, I'm very well, thank you. Hope you are well. Hey Nexo says, would I recommend the Fenix over the fly-by-wire? Is wondering what my opinion is on that. Well, Nexo, just the same thing really. If you like the fly-by-wire, you will love the Fenix. You can get so much more involved. We've obviously got sort of like the random failures turned on and things like that. So you know, that's kind of another realistic edge to it. The fuel prediction all works. The secondary flight plan all works. It's just another level really of waypoints, really. Another level of waypoints? What am I on about? Just another level of realism. It's because I was thinking, I was wondering if we can cut any waypoints out, but I don't think there's going to be much need, to be honest. Mike Reed, points, what are the points? So the points, yeah, so they're the easy points that you can get. Is that ATC? Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, just given us a thank you message. I'll just we'll reply to him in a moment. But yeah, so you earn easy points by just watching the live streams, by chatting in the chat window, and of course any donations if you wished also add to your Easyjet points total. So yeah. Leon, the Fenix does have downsides too, of course. Yes, no cockpit integration. So, yeah, it's a shame. It's probably the biggest downside to the Fenix, isn't it? I think that's all to do with the licensing, though, isn't it? I'm sure if the license was lifted or granted, then that could be done very easily. And then the Fenix would be one of the best aircraft available. But as it stands at the moment, I'm not available for home cockpit use. So, a bit frustrating. Nick, Dark tried to persuade you to get the biscuit tea, but you felt it would taste as if you dunked your biscuit in it. Do you know what, Nick? It doesn't taste like that at all. It tastes just like a normal nice tea, but the aroma that it gives off is like a nice warm digestive. So you need to try it. Hey Mike, do you get extra points for nailing the Leco RNAV3 approach? Well, like I didn't. Yeah, you probably should, but no, Mike, no. We got down there in the end, didn't we? Is that the approach I'm thinking of? Is that is that the northwest tip of Spain? I can't remember. It was a bit windy. That's what I do remember. Joe, cockpit integration, what does that mean? Yeah, so home-built cockpits. So you can obviously buy lots and lots of hardware from different companies. So you can actually sort of like buy this FCU panel. You can buy the boxes, the McDoos, etc. So yeah, but sadly they don't work with the Fenix. They work with the fly-by-wire. They work with the default aircraft. I think they even work with PMDG, don't they? That's all well and good. There you are. Nick, I'll have to send you one. Nick says maybe you'll get one box then. You got 4 cases of jam and toast tea because you misordered from Amazon. That's legend. We need a meetup. We could have a coffee morning and Nick could actually provide all of the jam and toast tea. That's brilliant. Right, what's this message we've got? I bet it's because we were so late. How late were we? Why does it sound like someone's dueling banjos in the background? 24 minutes late. Alright. So if we were 24 minutes late then, what card should we use? Let's have a look. Who can we blame our delay on today? I think it may just have been a incorrect departure time. ODI. Yeah. ODI. So how many minutes late did it say? I'm gonna go 24. I can't remember. Send that on. Edmo 333. Yeah, I'm using the Thrustmaster TCA Captain's Pack. So we've got side stick. We've got thrust levers, etc. Spoilers. Hey Fizz, good to see you. How does everyone like the A310? I love it. Do you know, I really need to fly it more because I think it's a great aircraft. We obviously flew it when it first came out, but the problem with the A310 is it doesn't really do short flights, and I haven't always got lots of time available. I suppose we could have done one today, actually, couldn't we? The other thing with the A310 is I have to take things slow because I don't really know what I'm doing. I mean, it's still Airbus, so you can work it through, but loving those cloudlets. I think that looks really neat, doesn't it? Hey Frost89, how do you get the autopilot to follow the flight plan? You need to have it in nav mode, which is when you push the heading or navigation button in, pushing control to the aircraft, and then it will follow the flight plan that you've got set up. But if you're new to Airbus and how it all works, then do check out the full tutorial series on the channel, and it will explain in a lot more detail for you. The Super Gamer, why does GSX Pro say to walk to a trial airport but you've already bought it? Sounds like it might need the registration code put in again to unlock it. That's a bit strange, isn't it? Oh, how many people are working from home this afternoon? As always, it is working in inverted commas. I love the fact that so many people can work from home now. It really does benefit flight simulation because depending on what job you're doing, you could be flying on VATSIM and on Flight Simulator at the same time. And it means that you get a lot more traffic in the virtual skies now, which is great. It really is. You might not get more air traffic controllers. You know, that's a little bit different. You kind of have to be on the ball when you're in ATC. But you know, if you're doing a 4 or 5 hour flight, well, during the cruise, well, you just need something to do, don't you? So you might as well go to work. You and Oars doing that right now, as is MMA UK. Rainman's working on school stuff, hates it. Oh, stick in there. Baron, you work from home permanently. We've got us up on our 3rd monitor. I hope that's the biggest. DC Get for you, it's the weekend. You worked on Saturday and Sunday. Fair enough. Yeah. Oh, I hate that I'm relegated to the 3rd monitor. Yeah, I just love that you've got us on, guys. Thanks so much. Ripper Gaming on Twitch, thank you so much for the follow. Now here's someone who I know is absolutely meant to be working. Hi, Just Willie. How you doing, my friend? Good afternoon to you. I bet you've got about 19 different spreadsheets open. Zara2411 is retired, so always at home. Well, I'm glad we can take you to see different far parts of the world then, Zara, in the simulator whilst you're there. James, you worked from the office today. You have to do 2 minimum a week, but finished early and now off until next Monday. That is us, and getting some flights in sounds like a great way to kill the time. Back here, Swan73 says, thoroughly enjoying the live stream while doing a double sector Gatwick to Edinburgh and back. Oh, there's not that much time to sit and chill when doing that, is there? Rayman says he's 3 years away from retirement and yet somehow is still in school. Well, you know, you never stop learning, do you? Ripper Gaming on Twitch says, thank you for the tutorials. You are more than welcome. You're more than welcome. Hope they're useful for you. Fitz says he needs a 2nd monitor. I've got a 2nd monitor, but it's obviously just used for all the background stuff for streaming, really, charts, etc. Robert, how come the A320X fly-by-wire McDo always breaks the flight plan when you insert SIDS? You looked at some info and it makes a huge mess. I haven't played around with that, Robert, for a long time, but you have to be 100% certain you know which SID you're popping in. And not just the SID, but the VIAs as well, because obviously that can make a big difference. Right, we've got Rome down there to the left. It's, you know, it's somewhere down there. Not sure if we can see it. It's a bit cloudy actually. I thought it might be a bit clearer today. But we might as well get some en route weathers in whilst we're here. So check out what's happening. We'll check out Rome, Naples and Palermo. Robert Chappell, you've just purchased the Phoenix. You're going to have to let us know how you get on. I think you're definitely not going to regret that. Done. Alright, I'm expecting all of these to come back saying light winds, great visibility, nothing to worry about. Starting with Rome, that is pretty much exactly what it says. Those clouds are 4,500 feet. Naples is the same, very similar. Over here, Palermo, Cabo K, 03011, so a little bit windier. And where we're going today, Catania is 060 at 9, Cabo K. Right, 060 at 9. That means we might be coming in on a different runway. Let me see if we can just check this. Just check this out. I'd like to know what they're doing in real life. Don't think there's any air traffic control there, you see. So, let's see what's happening. Paul, have I landed at Tenerife South? If so, what do I think? In terms of what, Paul? It's usually sometimes a bit windy with the terrain coming off, with the wind coming off the terrain. Oh, where's my tablet gone? I think it's just stopped for a moment. Hang on. Oh, this happens sometimes. I'll come back to it. We just need to see what runway they're using, don't we? We'll give it a second. Just relink the tablet and then we'll be good to go. The problem with my tablet is my lad fills it up with rubbish. I think I need to go through and delete stuff. Right, is it back working again now? There we go. Where are we going? Let me see. So, Catania, let me check that out. See what the latest arrivals and departures are doing, which runway they're using. Hey Mark! Good to see you, mate. Ooh, that flight's there, the Milan flight, that's the one we're doing today. I wonder where it is. Looks like they are using runway 08. There's an Easyjet just on finals, look. We can see there. Just looking at the tablet display. That is not what I'm... Yeah, there it is. So we will we'll update the box, I think. I don't want the Wizz Air. I want the arrivals, and I want to see where the real flight is in comparison to us. I wonder if we took off before it or not. Okay, so that is where that's where the real flight is. Just top side, just to the east of Rome. We, however, are just to the south. Might arrive there at the same time. That'd be kind of cool. Hey, Pandolino Van! Good to have you back, mate. Hope you're well. Right, we're going to need to get the charts up then and have a look at changing this approach, aren't we? So, let's check out the different arrivals, because we're now going to be coming in on 008. Exploit Gaming, mate, thank you so much for your kind donation. Says, loves in the vid, can I do you a favour? If I can, I will, yes. Just let me know how I can help. Look at all the different arrivals here. This is insane. Which one do we want? Pick one. Right, I don't fancy doing the this approach. That just looks like a delaying tactic. But the DME arc looks like it could be a goer. So let's check these out. Yeah, I think a nice DME arc looks fun there. We'll have to manage that because we get quite close to Mount Etna. That looks like a beautiful arrival. That could be fun. X-Play Gaming, you're having trouble with the autopilot, it keeps disconnecting. Right, I want you to check something for me. When it disconnects, what does this box say just here? If it says something like toga lock, the chances are your airspeed has dropped to the point where autopilot has gone, screw that, I'm not controlling this anymore, you're on your own. So if toga lock kicks in, it means that the engines are commanding a toga power, so the maximum power, and in order to sort yourself out, because you cannot engage the autopilot whilst you are in toga lock mode, what you'll need to do is move, if you see toga lock up there, physically move the thrust leaders up to toga, autopilot is off, lower the nose, get your airspeed back up to something sensible out of the protection range, and then once you've done that, you move the thrust levers back to the CL, the climb gate. After that has been rectified, then you'll be able to re-engage autopilot. So that would be my guess. Bunker Monkey, that looks like the London Underground map. It did, yeah. There's just loads of different approaches, but this is the one we're going to go for now. So we're going to use the Uxuta 1 Lima. Now the great thing for me personally about this is now this is going to be much faster for me than going around and south to the airfield and then coming back in. So we're now on runway 0. It is 08, isn't it? Let's get rid of that. We're going to be approaching the ILS 08. Just checking the differences between those. Yeah, it's just the different. That's just the different go-arounds. But that one looks like the primary one, the Zulu, because the go-around is just straight out, then hold almost straight out on the runway track. So yeah, 08, and it's Uxata 1 Lima arrival. A couple of things we can pop in there. So we've got Charlie Tango Fox VOR on the airfield. Don't think there's anything else. No other nav aids that we need to worry about. Let's just get rid of that and pin the right one in now. There it is. Transition altitude 7,000. Platform altitude then for the approach 5,000 at Nassau, and then 3,000 is the platform. MSA will be 13.3, and then on the approach it's down to 5.8. Runway visual range, we can see from the weather it's going to be well above 1,000 meters or 1 kilometer, so it's going to be 288. ILS identifier is what? Charlie Tango November. The inbound course is 081. Airfield elevation, it's not going to be very high, is it, next to the sea, so it's 38. And the missed approach is straight out, more or less, and then 3,000 feet to join the hold. Right. Let's fill the box with all that information now. Paul, when you bought Flight Simulator, it was for Microsoft Store. I didn't think there was a difference between that and the Steam Store, but most of the buttons and switches are in up. Ah, Paul, hang on. So there's no difference between Microsoft Flight Simulator purchased via the Microsoft Store or Steam. The only difference is really Xbox or PC. Bear in mind that this isn't the default aircraft, this is a purchased add-on, the Fenix A320, but you've also got the very capable fly-by-wire A320 you can use as well. So that makes more or less everything sort of operable. So, let me fill out that box. At X-Play Gaming, mate, thank you so much for becoming a channel member and supporting the channel. And, yeah, up to captain level, mate. Make sure on the Discord server you get yourself into our VIP room as well. And I'm always in there, so if you do have any questions, then you'll be able to come and give us a shout. And not just me, but other people will also be able to help you. Right, so I'm going to update the flight plan. We're now looking at the ILS 08 Zulu, Uxata 1 Lima. All these different approaches. How can one little airport need so many approaches? Maybe it's for when the volcano erupts, they need all the backups. And that, was it Nassom that it came in via? Yes, it was. Oh, look at that, that's just knocked like 10 minutes off my flight time. Woohoo! Wife will be happy. Alright, let me just check how this looks. Whenever, a few people have noticed this, whenever you start messing with the approach pages, the pressure page pops up. Not quite sure why, everything looks fine there. So let's have a look. Scroll through them. There we go, there's our nice little DME arc. Oh, hang on, what's that? What's that? Why is that taking me over... Why is that taking me over the airfield VOR? I don't think so. Check this out. Comes in via GSX, and then from GSX it should be straight to Nassom. Right. Let's tidy this up. That looks better. To be fair, GSX and Nassom look very, very similar there, don't we? Let me have a look. Let's have a little play. Okay, let's just try a different arrival. I mean, that's the right one. What if we put no veer in there? What's that give us? Oh, that actually looks alright. Maybe it just didn't want the veer in there for some reason. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's what it needed. No veer. Something doesn't look right and you've got to faff with it. It's probably because it isn't right. But it is now. Where are we? I thought we were still over mainland. Oh no. That's all the way over there. Crazy Dude on Twitch, mate. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Hope you're well and having a good Tuesday. Bunker Monkey on Twitch. Your biggest issue is always trying to work out which Airbus to fly. You obviously have the default Zobo, which never gets a look in, obviously. But then there's the fly-by-wire, the Phoenix. But then you've got the tallest flight factor and X-plane. Not forgetting A310, 330, 340, and X-plane 2. I haven't had X-plane for a long time. Yeah, Bunky, you just need the fly-by-wire A380. We all are looking forward to that. Right, so now the box is set up for our new landing. Then, 15:56. I'm even knocking more and more time off this flight today. I'm going to be in the good books later. So that is what? That's about 40 minutes away, isn't it? I can see top of descent. It's only about 110 miles away. So we're going to do the briefing pretty shortly, I reckon. Not too much to brief on this. Nothing's erupting around there, so yeah, should be all should be well.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase from our selection of fresh food available today. Full details can be found in your in-flight brochure. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated. And if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
So let me, before we do think about doing any kind of briefing, let's get the weather. Yeah, let's get the weather for our destination. Send that off. So 050 at 10 is the wind and cav okay. So that's fine. QNH is 1020. So let's do a landing calculation then. What have we got landing weight wise? So our 0 fuel weight was 54.7 and we're going to be landing with 3.6 tons of fuel. That gives us a landing weight of 58.3. We'll be conservative and call it 58.5 tons. So 58.5 tons then. Let's have a look. See if we can get this tablet back up for you. Why is it not mirroring? 1 second. Just having a moment. If you haven't done so already, guys, please do hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. Big shout out to the supporters of the channel as well for providing things like the scenery and stuff. Right, let's see if we can get that tablet up and running, and then we'll do the landing. Do a landing calculation. It's starting to get really warm in the office now. All over the winter, it's really great playing Flight Sim because it just heats the office up as soon as it starts to get a bit warm. Right, so we're now going to be using runway 08. We'll just get the weather. Oh, that's interesting. Why is there no METAR there? Oh, there we are. Landing weight was what? 58.5 tons, we said. And it is, of course, dry. So that is with low, auto brake low, idle, no reverse. Manual landing, of course, flaps full. Are we gonna do flaps full today? How long is the runway? 2,436. Oh yeah, go on, we'll do flaps full. Auto thrust on. That's plenty. 5 knot crosswind, most of it's headwind. Yeah, we'll be able to stop. Good. No failures, so that's all working as it should. Alright, let's do the arrival brief then. We're about 80 miles from top of descent, so that's usually a good place to start and do it. So the weather, as we've just seen, wind 050 at 10, mostly headwind, 5 knot crosswind coming in from the left. Aircraft type A320 is still working, nothing's broken. I mean, it says well with the weather that it's cav okay, but we've just covered that, so that's fine. No notice for the arrival today. Threats to be aware of, yes. The big volcano. Just there, which we can obviously see we're going to get quite close to. So if you're sat on the left hand side of the aircraft today, you're going to get a great view out that left window as we come in and start the approach. So yeah, that's the biggest threat on the descent down towards the airport. There's a big hill to the left as we go around the DME arc. So we have good weather conditions today, so we'll be able to see it. So it's not too much of a threat, you know. I'd like to think that I'd see it before I flew into it. The main thing to know is just, you know, if keep that situational awareness at the forefront, that once we've got round here, we don't lose sight of where we are. There's a huge whopping hill to the north of the airfield. Let's avoid it. So, you know, again, there's also a bit of terrain down here to the south, so if something starts to really go wrong, let's get out east of the airport, and then we know we're safe. We can see low MSA there, 2,400. So that's the biggest threat, the terrain as we're coming down. Now, one of the things to look at here is what altitude we need to be at when we get to when we start down the approach. So we want to be is it 5,000 feet? We're going to get 5,500. This really though is when you're IMC. We're not IMC today, we're visual because the weather's good. But if we were getting down 5,500 feet, then we just need to be aware that once we've done that, we'll slow ourselves down. Then we've got loads of space to get down to 3,000, which is the platform altitude for the approach. So the terrain beneath us, let's not get too low too quickly, or we could find ourselves in trouble. Not only that, we also want nice CDA as well. So yeah, this is runway 08, Uxata 1 Lima arrival with a nice DME arc, 21 mile DME arc that you can see there. And transition altitude 7,000 feet. The platform altitude for the approach is 3,000 feet. It's an ILS approach that we're doing today. Normal 3-degree approach angle, so that's fine. Runway visual range well above 1,000 feet. Minimum is 288, so we're happy with that. We're going to be using orbital brake low for this today. In terms of configuring, it would just be prudent to be flaps 1 by the time we get to GSX, and then we can use flaps 2 if we need the extra drag to help us get down 5,000 feet. If for some reason I've mucked this up and we need to do the glide slope capture from above, once we're on the localizer, we'll get the gear down, we'll get flaps 2, we'll select a good rate of descent on the VS, maybe 1,500, between 1,500 and 2,000, and just whap the altitude bug all the way up and try and catch up with it. So just be aware that is available to us if we need to do it. Obviously, we hope not, but you know, hope for the best, plan for the worst. So that's how we're going to get in. With regards to the airport itself, where we're going to vacate, Echo would be nice, but if not, it's going to be Foxtrot, isn't it? And then either way we're backtracking and then parking at the terminal, which is yeah, we'll park at the main terminal just here. If I can get to one of the jetweight stands rather than the remote ones, that'd be kind of nice. In real life you don't get the choice, you get told where to go. Given the size of the airport, I'm not sure single engine taxi will be an option to us, but if we get off at Echo, it definitely will not be. If we get off here, maybe, but even so, it's not the longest taxi in the world, is it? So once we're vacated, obviously it's left on the taxiway. Fuel, we should have around 3.5 tons of fuel when we land, so that's plenty if we need to have another go. And the go-around procedure is straight out, enter the holder index. After that, we'll just come vector ourselves back in around. If that is the case, we will be making a right-hand traffic pattern. Obviously, I'm not going to do a left-hand because I'd rather stay away from the volcano. So that's all well and done. I think that is pretty much as briefed. Right, let me enter the performance information in. And I should have this information over here. Let's find that. Is it this last one? There it is. So what's that? QNH 1020. Oops! I didn't even think it'd allow you to enter that. That might be well outside of the aircraft's operational envelope. Temperature is 16 degrees. The wind 050 at 10. Minimum's 288. And the transition altitude 7,000. Clean is 2,200. VLS is 127. 5 on that. 132 is the VAT. Lovely. So we've gone through the flight plan. We've already said how that's all working. GSX, I'm just going to manipulate the speed there. We want 180, so that's fine. Radnav page, we've got the VOR which is on the airfield. Charlie Tango Fox, pop that in. 123 miles away, it's already auto-tuned to that. Progress page, let's just get the airport in as well. Again, situational awareness, runway 08. 121 miles to run. Performance, we've done that. Fuel prediction, 36, we've done that. Second flight plan, we'll copy the active, so that's backed up. And that's it. In fact, look what I can see in the difference. The distance. It's that big thing that I don't want to hit. Hope you've enjoyed our flight this afternoon. If you have, then please do hit that like button and help the YouTube algorithm tell other people about us. Big thanks to everyone who's already gone and pushed that button for me. Oh, have we got some ATC? Ah, apparently we have. Oh, wonderful. Well, let's hope all that briefing that I've just done is still valid. 124.2.
Runway 305, radar contact. Proceed as filed.
Just see if I can get a word in.
Runway 0436, good evening to you, radar contact.
Run radar, good afternoon, Alpine 103 November, flight level 370 inbound VACO for the Uxata 1 Lima arrival at Catania.
Alpine 103 November, radar contact, expect ILS runway 08 in Catania and report ready for descent.
Expect the ILS runway 08 and we'll report ready, Alpine 103 November.
November Control, good afternoon, Air France 1084 with you, flight level 390 inbound running.
Good evening, France 1084, radar contact, flight directed to Nancy.
So I'm going to be looking to going down in about 15 miles.
1084.
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of your tax-free allowances today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning selection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you as an Easyjet customer. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat. If you'd like to see any products, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us as we join you in the
Matteo, we're flying to your home airport today. Excellent. And Rayman, you've done the flight many times in real life, and it looks so real. That's the beauty of Microsoft Flight Simulator, isn't it? So much looks so good. Love the way as well that Etna just sort of appeared on the horizon as a little bump, and obviously we can see getting closer and closer. Hitesh, you really struggle to put the center line with the landings because the sim drops its FPS when you approach any airport. Try lowering your level of detail. I've heard that that's one of the reasons for that happening. It's a pain.
Alpine 103 November, expect Oksuta 1 Quebec arrival and descend from level 170.
Expect the UXATA 1 Quebec arrival and descend now flight level 170, Alpine 103 November.
And Alpine 103 November, expect ILS runway 08.
And expecting the ILS runway 08, Alpine 103 November.
Alpine 38 Tango Whiskey, expect Oksuta 1 Quebec, ILS approach runway 08.
Okay, so descent 170 blue, just need to update the box.
Oksuta 1 Quebec, ILS 08, Alpine 3 Tango Whiskey.
Right, so what's the 1 Quebec arrival got in store for us then? Oh, that's a slightly longer version.
And Alpine 38 Tango Whiskey, correction, expect Libro 1 Quebec, sorry, Libro 1 Quebec.
That sounds better. Libro 1 Quebec, Alpine 3 Tango Whiskey.
You need to find the right chart for this.
Ryan 7 Hotel November.
Go ahead.
No, negative. Ryan 7 Hotel November.
Oh, okay. We're doing the dog legs. It's okay. I reckon we're going to get vectored in. I'm going to keep the speed up though. I want to get down. I bet that's just added 10 minutes to my flight time. Yeah, it has. Alright, let's just brief this arrival then. So it's now the UXATA 1 Quebec arrival. We're under ATC control. Obviously, with respect to all constraints, looks like we're going to be slowing down more earlier than planned. That is fine. I would expect, however, to get to PIP and then perhaps maybe get a direct to somewhere like POSIM and then NASM. But if not, obviously we'll fly the full procedure. That's fine. Let me check the coding of the box now matches what we've got on that ridiculously long chart. This is just something the Italians do. Italian approaches are like this, the sort of convergence approaches. So I'm not even going to go through all of these because there's far too many. Pep, Bogner, Libro, Zucca, Ripley, POSIM, backup, Fefos, Omiz, Yotza. Yeah, that looks like the whole thing, doesn't it?
Please check your flight plan, thank you.
We'll hope for a direct, or 3.
Ryan 7 Hotel November.
Now, the only thing that we do need to be aware of then is if we are going to get vectored in, then we could end up being too high. So I'm going to do a couple of things. First of all, for my own situational awareness.
Robert, good afternoon. Ryanair 7 Hotel November with you at flight level 370.
30 mile radius around there.
Ryanair 7 Hotel November, radar contact.
And a 12 mile radius around there. So what this gives me is...
runway 13 in Malta.
I want to be sort of 10,000 feet, roughly, because the minimum we get is 6,000, 5,000, etc. But if he's going to want to give us a direct, this is where we're 30 miles away from the airport. Around 10,000 feet as we cross this line is fine, otherwise we're going to be too high. And this is this is where we want to be 4,000 feet on the ILS to intercept the normal 3-degree glide.
1 Quebec for a view Arbor runway 14. And this is level 11.
X-Play Gaming, if you're showing Alpha Floor, that is similar to Toga Lock. You need to do the exact same thing. Get your speed up.
November 76 Romeo Bravo, radar contact.
Nothing for long. It is painful from Roma radar Ryanair 7 Hotel November.
190150, right. I'm going to go
Romeo Bravo, radar contact.
thrust idle, over descent, 170 blue. Let's just get under that profile a little bit, I think. Hey Joe Average, thanks for the follow on Twitch.
Yeah, channel 07 Lima.
Alspers 9841.
Approach
asking for a direct. I know. It seems much easier if we did that, wouldn't it?
Roma radar Ryanair 7 Hotel November.
Ryanair 7 Hotel November, pass your message.
Ryanair 7 Hotel November, confirm that we're expecting runway 13 for landing. Actually, can we use runway 31 as they do in real life?
Yeah, last wind is 2407 knots, so... Yeah, okay. Runway 31 should be available if you want.
Okay, expecting island runway 31 at Malta, Ryanair 7 Hotel November. And confirm arrival route, please.
So if we get the progress page on here, we can just see a VDEV, which is fine. So what I couldn't do now with this is if we get here and it says, right, go direct, because I'm too high now. I need to be 11,000 feet, maybe 12,000 feet as we get there, and we're looking to level off 17 at this point.
You can proceed direct to Kekor for the approach.
Roger, we'll proceed Ekola, then Kekor for ILS runway 31 at Malta, Ryanair 7 Hotel November, thank you.
Romain Control Air France 1084, we're now ready for descent.
Air France 1084, descend from level 310.
Down to level 310, Air France 1084.
Hello, Roma radar, VistaJet 4.
Hey, the more the merrier. Yeah, then the gamble bot is on.
Good evening, VistaJet 437, fly direct to Riteb, and expect Riteb 3 Alpha arrival, ILS runway 16 left.
Fly direct Riteb with Riteb 3 Alpha for ILS runway 16 left.
So the speed constraints start to kick in at Libro.
Almalta 625, expect runway 31 for approach.
Expect ILS 31 and confirm transition at Malta 65.
Yeah, via runway 31 via Kekor.
Looks very green down there, doesn't it?
Via Kekor and confirm Kekor after Golf Zolo Oscar or after Ecola.
So we're holding about 1,000 feet below the profile at the moment. That's okay. We're going to slow down soon. At speed Alt Star. I expect further descent.
Yeah,
any second now.
Kekor after Golf Zulu Oscar, after Gozo.
Roger Gozo at then Kekor Air Malta 65.
Alpine 103 November, descend flight level 110.
Descend flight level 110, Alpine 103 November. And thrust idle over descent 110 blue. We're going the wrong way. The airport's over there. We'll prepare for a last minute. Right, go direct, you're now cleared.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you could please return to your seats and ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you are traveling with an infant, please ensure that they are secured safely using the infant seatbelt provided. The toilets will now go out of use until the fasten seatbelt sign is turned off. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance.
Right, so seatbelts are done.
Milan 81 Juliet at flight level.
Get ready to start slowing down through this turn.
Lima above Tango 81 Juliet, the radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 390 for separation.
So, we'll manage the speed now. We'll start to level off to do that.
Milan 81 Juliet, climb flight level 390.
Skyways 410.
From radar, Skyways 410, inbound to Covert.
Charlie Tango November is identified.
Skyways 410, descend flight level 310.
Descend to flight level 310, Skyways 410.
Roma Control Air France 1084, looking for further descent.
Air France 1084, you are leaving in my space, monitor Unicom 1228.
Okay, on Unicom, 131, thanks for the service, Air France 1084.
Guitarra 1788. Guitarra 1788.
Runway 1 Yankee Alpha, we need further descent.
Ryanair 1 Yankee Alpha, descend 5,000 feet. The Greenwich 1020.
So now inbound to Libro, which is just here. I'm hoping we might get some sort of direct here would be great.
Buonasera, Itarro 1788.
See what happens. We
We
could do that as well, because look, 11,000 feet, we're just on the cusp. What are we? 30 miles away. I can make that work.
La pista è la 06.
Particularly now we're not flying very fast.
Alpine 103 November, descent 4,000 feet, cleared ILS 08, report established.
Clear descent to altitude 4,000 feet and confirm we're now cleared directly ILS for runway 08, Alpine 103 November.
No, continue on standard arrival and cleared ILS, but continue on standard arrival. Uxuta 1 Quebec.
Descent altitude 4,000 feet and we're continuing on the arrival and cleared for the ILS, Alpine 103 November. Seriously, you're going to make me fly the entire route? Oh, right. In that case, I might as well pop it into managed. So, speed descent 5,000 magenta, 10,000 feet, scout lights on. We're also now trundling away at these slow speeds. Look at that! About 15 minutes slower. Come on, give us some vectors. Anyway, approach checklist. So the RF, QNH is 1020, checks and cross checks.
Yeah, okay, we start 437.
Signal signs are on.
Level 110.
Minimums 288. We're using auto brake low and our AFB is stowed. Hey, newer person. Just looking on Flight Radar 24, all the last few flights that have come in this way, I've not seen any fly the full star. But hey ho. Tony says just declare a medical emergency.
Itarro 1788 request pushback and engine start.
Itarro 1788, start and push upward.
This is so inefficient.
Itarro
We will shortly be landing.
1788, start and
Please
push
ensure your
upward.
cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table must be stowed, armrest down, and window blinds open.
Juliet
You now need to be seated
away
with
for
your
a couple
seatbelt
of
fastened,
minutes.
ready for landing. Please help me.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not
Runner 1 Yankee Alpha, cleared VR runway 14, report.
I don't think I've ever flown a full approach before like this. Not even when you go into Milan, which is similar. Hey, Grumpy. No, not this ATC, the one out of Milan earlier on. It was the Speedburger ATC.
Alpine 103 November, cleared ILS 08, report established.
Clear for the ILS runway 08 and will report established. Alpine 103 November. Right, well, with that, let's get ourselves down 5,000 feet. I'm going to go open descent now. So thrust idle, open descent, down we go. I want to meet that glide. And then we'll make what will effectively be the base turn. So can't go any lower than 5,000 though. Well, we could actually. We're VMC. I can see the ground, so. How far away are we? 17 miles. Alright, let's pull heading and bring around.
Runner 9 Charlie Alpha, good evening to you, radar contact. And Ryanair 5 Victor Charlie, radar contact.
So I'm using VS at the minute.
Yeah, Victor Charlie, radar contact.
Alright, let's activate the approach phase.
Alpine 38
That's
Tango
done.
Whiskey requesting descent.
Alpine 38 Tango Whiskey, descend level 210.
Descend flight level 210, Alpine 38 Tango Whiskey.
Ryanair 7 Hotel November, descend flight level 210.
We'd cleared this down to 4,000, hadn't we? Not 5,000. There we go. So thrust out low descent,
Runway
just to slow down.
Alpha, runway 14, clear to land, wind 1708 knots.
What we got? We've got a bit of a tailwind, so we're going to need to start configuring. I was going to try and hold the flaps out for a little bit, but we're not going to be able to. So flaps 1, speed checks, flaps 1. That's lock start. Oh, glide slope blue, Cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2. Oh, there we go. A nice CDA. Glide slow start, mid-approach altitude is 3,000 feet set.
Tarro 1788, request a taxi to runway 7.
Alpine 103 November's established runway 08.
Alpine 103 November, runway 08, clear to land, wind 05010 knots.
Clear to land runway 08, Alpine 103 November.
Itara 1788.
Gorgeous view then of Etna over there. All we need to do is bring her in. Watch the wind for coming back around from the left and turning into a bit more of a headwind and crosswind. Flaps 2 then, speeds checked, flaps 2. So we're about 10 miles out.
VSTRAFIC 437, are you able to fly direct to Oxero? Oh, Exama.
2,500.
Radio altimeter live.
Okay, fly to Exama and descend 6,000 feet. QNH
Right, well, we can see runways happily in sight. Just watch for that wind changing direction. Alright, let's start to sort her out.
Good evening, Ryanair 11 Papa Sierra.
So imagine the speed, gears
Climb
down.
for level 360.
Spoilers are armed. Flaps 3, speeds checked. Flaps 3. Lights done. Flaps full. And the landing checklist. Cabin secured, go around altitude is 3,000 feet, set.
VSTRAFIC 427, monitor contact Rome arrival 125.5, bye bye.
just see the wind change there, so the engines had to spool up for that. Autopilot off. I have control.
Radar contact.
First climb,
Climb
open
level
climb.
340.
We didn't actually need to call those FMA changes out, but I just noticed I got the altitude in managed mode. I wanted it into selected for the go around if needed.
1 Yankee Alpha. Continue taxi via Alpha Hotel, gate number 16.
Stable.
Alpine 38 Tango Whiskey, descend
3 whites, 1 red.
110.
Glide slope looks okay.
Descending FS 110, Alpine 38, Tango Whiskey. Above.
Love that shadow.
Minimum.
Continue.
Two stations together. Vista 527, radar contact. Climb level 400.
40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
Alpine 78 Alpha Yankee, radio check
Spoilers
5,
deployed,
are you
reverse
ready to
green.
copy?
Decel.
Alpine 78 Alpha Yankee cleared to Malpensa via G.
Reverses off, manual brake.
Romeo. Initially 4000. Transponder 5506, runway 28. Okay, Alpine 78 Alpha Yankee.
Right, we'll check out the replay in a moment. Let's get ourselves taxied in.
Transavia 9545, radar contact. Climb flight level 300.
Rayman, no, this is not default scenery. It's some freeware scenery from flightsim.to. I love a landing where everything's just starting to get a bit low in the
November
sky. with the sun.
76 Romeo Bravo, monitor Unicom 1228, bye-bye.
Now, we're going to get taxi instructions, or are we just going to make this up? First bearer, yeah, it's a mod. It's called Skydolly on flightsim.to. Again, it's free. Let's just tidy our aircraft up now down so strobes can come off, all the lights can come off. We'll start up the APU. 3 seconds delay as per usual. And
Arabia 16, good evening
Gather
to
off.
you, radar
Gather
contact. Flight of
Flaps up.
Sibyl 3 Alpha, arrival, ILS approach 16 left.
no idea where we're going to park. Wonder if GSX has
Sibyl 3 Alpha, arrival,
has a
ILS
profile. Let me see.
16 left.
So 327 through to 332. Let's try that.
Yeah, confirm.
328 would work. Oh, actually, if we can get 332 in, it's a slightly shorter taxi. There we go. Let's try that. Jack Stones is VATSIM all airports? Yes, if there's someone willing to control them, yeah.
Guitar 160, good day, flight to aircraft 3 Alpha, arrival, ILS, approach 16 left. Negative. Cap 3 Alpha.
So here is our parking stand. We've got the ground crew coming to meet us. Leslie, what when's the next stream? Unfortunately, I don't have a streaming schedule just because life's a little bit too hectic to do that, I'm afraid.
Ryanair 7 Hotel November, descend flight level 110.
Level 110, and then transport in November.
But if you're on our Discord server, I do kind of advertise it, usually an hour or so before, if I get a chance to.
Alpine 103 November, parking at your discretion, monitor Unicom 1228.
Over to you, Unicom. Thank you for the service. Alpine 103 November. Bye-bye. Yeah, we'd already decided where we were going. What was that? Was it 332? Yeah, which is this next one. Yeah, there they all are waiting for us. Let's get those off. Looking forward to checking out the replay of that. I think the scenery coupled with the time of day should make it look pretty nice. What on earth is that tug doing? He seems to have got himself embedded into the wall. Rayman, if you're on the Discord, yeah, you should be able to pop those pictures up. I don't see any reason why that shouldn't be allowed. Right, are we done? No, you're waving to me. Do you know what? It doesn't really matter because I'm not going to shut down my engines anyway. Otherwise, the replay won't work. Oh, there you go. Please cut engines. Great stuff. All right. So, let me come off the VATSIM network. There we go. We're disconnected. Let's roll back the replay and let's check that out, shall we? So, where is it? Lots of left and rights and lefts and rights with that replay, thanks to the kind of approach we had. Yeah, so as I said earlier, if we were sat on the left-hand side of the aircraft, that's the one you'd want for this approach. You get a beautiful view coming in. We'll check out the other view in a moment. Oh, but thoroughly enjoyed that today. Hope you guys did as well. What gorgeous weather. Pretty much turned out exactly as we briefed right at the start. Hey, Ham. Good to see you. My office is starting to get really warm now. It doesn't take long, does it? How long have we been live for? 2.5 hours. Yeah. Eham, yeah, you were just in time there for the landing. And Rayman, you drive on that highway all of the time. Don't ask me which one it is. I would have no idea. Laser, under what runway length should you use flaps full and medium auto brakes? That all depends on what the arrival performance calculator tells you. Whatever it needs to make it work. The traffic mod seems to be doing a really good job today, doesn't it? Loads of traffic on there. Hey Beluga, how you doing, mate? I mentioned that about the traffic mod just as I see some cars flying through the air, but hey, what can you do? Yeah. Did anybody here just buy my Google Home just jump in there for no apparent reason? another great little freeware airport. Oh, we'll take landings like that all day long. But if you were sat on the other side of the aircraft, let's just have a quick look, see what your view would have been like. We'll not go quite as far back. Well, at least the landing rates seemed more consistent there than I have seen in the past. Sometimes they differ drastically from one side of the aircraft to the other. Well guys, that is about it. I hope you have enjoyed our... oh, where's the thing gone? There we go. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed our Tuesday afternoon live stream. A huge thanks to all of you who have donated and contributed, and of course our new channel members. A big welcome to you guys. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you all in the next one, and I'm going to leave you with the final approach from the flight deck. Looking forward to the next flight, whenever that may be, and as always, a huge shout out and thanks to our Easyjet Sim Pilot channel members. Thanks so much everyone. I'll look forward to seeing you all again on the next one. Bye bye.